Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tiger05 channel. Today we'll be playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. This is the first of maybe a couple episodes, really depends how you guys feel. And I really hope you're going to enjoy what I've got for you today. So before we go on, I'd like all you all to please like and subscribe, because only 40% of you actually subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Looks like we've got a very nice narrator. I love it. Like, to be honest, I haven't figured out.
Toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Right, so let me just turn this up for you all. See what is going on.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
Looks like we're a cowboy gambler.
Fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
Okay.
By one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor.
Okay.
Leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
A man in gray. Who is this man in gray? Okay.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand. He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high. But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that. The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Yep. 10, Jack, Queen, King. The man in gray smiles.
Oh. What have we done? Jeez, you're... Direwolf.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure.
Shit.
But more than that.
Shit.
Your labor.
Okay, so we just bet out everything to this guy. We didn't check who he was. I'm like, yeah, we'll just give everything to him. Fuck. We're such an idiot.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story. This country, woven
I got
of many
surfing.
small
Western.
ones.
What the hell?
Few of the small ones are strictly true. The big story is mostly a lie.
I like the voice acting. This is
All the
awesome.
stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know.
Far out.
To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
This is very interesting.
Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
Okay.
The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit, perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie?
Whoa, this is sick.
Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Ooh. Travel. The world. Fill a fortune tower. Choice and mortality. Parting cloud, a fog reveals glimpses of the land and promised money. Endless series of doors of different kinds. So for this we pair bone dice and a board with roll velvet. Look at you. So you tell the story of parting
Your
cloud.
deepest desires, your greatest wish, heaven, big rock
Candy Mountain.
El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine. Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
Wow. Oh. Asking me questions. Tell the story about. Okay.
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in the other.
So I tend to Hagrid there. Okay, I'm just gonna get into this game.
Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not.
I hope so.
Either way, it'll be an
Experience for you.
I'm jealous in some ways. I
Okay.
hope you find what you're looking for.
Oh. Whoa.
This bungalow is
Okay.
being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway. The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. "Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?" You are about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. "You know these girls?" they demand.
Oh, I may have. Oh, I may have messed up.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze,
Okay. Story.
off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick. The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well,
Okay.
something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink
Blinky.
back at you from inside the bundle.
Okay. So basically, we've just found a baby.
The
Let's
shape
say hello.
gives a start.
Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here.
It says in a small voice.
Okay, so
Pa doesn't want to live with us anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
I
You
won't tell.
tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul for miles.
So his father might have like gone, and then he's tried to follow him, and so I don't know, something's happened there. Welcome. Okay, what's this first one? What do we got here?
They don't come every year, you know.
Seagulls. Okay.
The old man is sitting at the
edge
edge
of a
of
running
a
pier,
long
crooked
old
legs.
pier. Crooked legs dangling
Okay,
out of
so
the water.
we've just come to this random guy, and
He
he's
watches
talking about
a
some
pair of
seagulls.
seagulls supreme and group.
Ask
Just
where-
when the fishing is going to be good.
Okay.
He taps great, black, thick globs of spent tobacco out of a huge ceramic pipe.
This is an interesting fellow we have.
I got another year, I guess.
A year of what?
Another year of this town being here, he replies, letting a grin spread across his face.
Okay. So this guy likes. He's like not the innkeeper. He's just. I don't know, some. Whoa, there's a highway. What do we got here? What are we learning?
Walks the small town square with the horns of Betty Davis.
She's very beautiful. I'd have said.
A confident stride and inimitable
Mannerisms
mannerisms
on the sidewalk.
elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. Wrapped
Okay.
in question, a well-dressed man.
That's the little travel
outside
symbol.
an oyster house.
Prudish one.
Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date, and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit.
This is very
You
refined
decide to
woman.
seek a second opinion.
Okay.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere as far as I know. Just around.
Interesting.
Myself, I'd love to
She's
know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Just appeared from nowhere.
You ask the woman if you may join her at a public bench. You may. Lovely outside.
Oh. Interesting. Could
You
everyone
can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this
Okay.
rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open with a daunting staircase before you.
This game seems like a very
At the
storytelling
top of an
game.
ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and lights seep in beneath the door.
What will we do? What will we do, everyone? I would personally, this seems like a very calm game to just listen to. It's very nice. People put out ear to the door.
Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself.
He
He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection
Lovers.
instead.
Secret lovers.
After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand.
Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you?
Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Come in. Oh. He doesn't sound too bad. Step inside.
Despite the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor, and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored
Oh,
beard.
this is cute.
Gee, he offers,
Oh, my heart.
hoisting a teapot.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
A few years. The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. 5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh my god.
Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?
Well, I have
You
some.
wake up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes?
There might have
There
been.
might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles
Oh my God,
in
this
from
is-
the floor above
Mwah.
you, and you quietly take your leave.
Wow. I should probably make sure it is recording this, yeah? Oh, wait. That's important. Okay. That's so. Look at this little travel system. Boston. First, you can see it. Let's get the story from that. They could go through Boston, and that probably end our.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another.
Interesting. I wonder why.
The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!"
Oh,
he shouts.
These are so
The
amazing.
one on the
Oh, they're
horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams.
Oh.
They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him. "No, 32!
Wow.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Take a photo of us.
The driver begs you.
Of course.
Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck. The
Yeah.
long-lost brothers pose in front of
What's that?
traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road,
Oh, lots of money. Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. Have a look inside. Look inside Boston. And money. Store. What's the store doing? Oh.
this city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of
Okay,
narrow
let's keep- Let's
passages.
keep walking.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking. The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place. Was this always a moonless? It's
Keep
hard
walking.
finding your way through in pitch
We're gonna
darkness.
get.
You go by touch and sound,
Okay, there's a rumble.
feeling the scale of the streets.
What's that
by
about?
You quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you
Wait,
it's not
is this
thunder, but cannon fire.
17? Oh, the Battle of
The
Boston.
city comes alive with fires and shouting. When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in.
What?
The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you crawl toward the sidewalk. Above,
Wait.
the sky is a sharp, cold cloud.
Is this referencing the Battle of Boston back in the Foundation of America? Is this like our character, right? Just this is no, it's a theory. Is it our character? Is around that time and is going back to old memories, and it's because it's the skeletons. He's dead already. Going back to like this is cool. Okay. This is Boston. Let's just do it. Just finish off Massachusetts. I think that's all for today. This is awesome. So what's here?
He leans against a fence and turns
He
to
looks like
face you as
Looks
you
like
pass him by.
Aaron Burr from
At his back is a bag full of birdseed. He assures you that the gawky
Found
birds
crumbs?
perching on his body are the last remaining passenger pigeons.
Sorry. Okay.
They look extinct to you?
You're not sure those dull gray pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger pigeons, though you can't help thinking
They're
Yeah.
lovely creatures.
I love that.
Guileless, really.
Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you?
Oh.
He strokes one of his... You sense it's about time you start moving on.
You be kind to the little birds now, you hear?
You hurry along the road.
A pigeon. What's this? Oh.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. If you're respectful, that is.
Who's this person?
This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Okay. She looks like very scary.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip.
Gas and Flip.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. I'm in the mood for something real funny like.
Oh. Is this a very good story? If you tell a person a story about love, for example, that would tell you something. There are love lanes. And that goes on, I can move left and right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over. And so it's a storytelling person talking to you. If you tell stories in the quest, you gain a trust and eyes life. When it opens fully next to meet them, they'll be open more about their life. They'll remember this from conversations. Don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around to get to know them. Do I not have any funnies? Okay, the son's about past memories, future, family. I'll talk about the streets of Boston. It's kind of like...
Were you trying to scare me? Well, you didn't go far enough. Huh. Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too. You got any happy stories?
Happy stories. Love. I'm happy.
I usually like the scary stuff, but your story needed more punch, I think. Love stories. Huh. Folks sure seem to be eat up with the notions of love. I'm not sure Hey, tell me...
Exciting stories. I really don't have much family.
Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn. Authority, bosses and such, I ain't nobody's little Angelina if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful. You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
That's funny. The seagull, the fisherman, I think it's...
I don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me. What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion, if that's what you mean. I do fine by myself, so just stick to minding your own. Hey, do you got any really thrilling
stories? It's probably about... I don't really know how much. It's a bit...
Ain't life got enough tear-jerkers in it without telling stories like that?
I'm sorry, I
Jeez.
don't really have that much.
My family... There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said. Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way. Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again. The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
So right quick.
Hey guys, I hope you just enjoyed that video. It was a fun game to play. And so hopefully we'll show more of this. I'd like you all to please like and subscribe, because only 40% of you are subscribed for my channel before you go. And I would like you all to comment down what game you want me to play next and if you want me to continue. And I'll see you dudes all in the next video. Bye bye.